I had always written in cool, dim, quiet rooms, the outer world kept away. This is what I thought I needed to put words on the page. I started this book in just such a place. It didn't work. Try as I might to summon it, the story did not live in leathery isolation, would not reveal itself when I worked in self-important solitude. I gradually understood that this book was different. I could not seal myself off, ever the introvert, ever drawn to the lone and the quiet, and do justice to the sadistically public trial and torture of Jesus Christ. Realizing this, I knew what I had to do. I had to write about the killing of Jesus and the types of places where it occurred 2 millennia ago, in teeming, noisy, public places. My desks were curbsides, park benches, lunch counters, cafe tables, subway seats, the concrete rims of city fountains, trash cans, car tops, and even parking meters. I have written in Hollywood premieres and in the middle of political protests, at National Football League training camps, and at a packed restaurant with the man at the table next to me screaming something about dessert. Oddly, I wrote a paragraph or two within 3 feet of the Prime Minister of Israel. I wrote one urgent sentence in a crowded airport men's room. I thought the words might leave me if I waited. I even typed away bleary-eyed on a crammed, unrestful overnight flight from Tel Aviv, the dust of the Mount of Olives still on my shoes. To make the experience complete, I had to write in markets, courthouses, and cathedrals. I did. In time, where I wrote became less important than the souls that surrounded me. I wanted to be where people rushed about, the burdens of the world upon their minds. I found no shortage of such places. An example is my beloved Union Station in Washington. I wrote there by the hour as though transported, the tribes of humanity rushing by and life-size statues of Rome's Praetorian Guard peering down. It was magnificent and oppressive, just as Rome intended. In all of this, I was not in search of inspiration. That came from the biblical accounts, from the theologians and historians I consulted. Instead, I was looking for gravity. To write of a bloody conspiracy surrounded only by books or the stifling silence of libraries is to risk sanitizing, floating above the human nastiness and carnage like a tourist in a foreign country trying not to soil his clothes. I didn't want to pass by unharmed, unmarked. I wanted to feel the threat. I wanted the bruising masses around me to grind me into the story's grit. I find this essential to understanding Scripture. The Bible reveals sacred truth, but does it through a less sacred-seeming drama, an often earthy, troubling, lewd, starkly human drama. We are not meant to be embarrassed or rush quickly by. We are meant to know the story against the stormy age in which it happened, with all the grimy details fully in view, and to accept it as part of the way God speaks. Blood, spit, wine, semen, sweat, and the offscouring of generations spill out onto the page. No apologies are offered. This is the thrashing human drama of God, not some dainty pious tale. This is the Bible. This is why the conspiracy to torture Jesus to death should not be read in too much of a hurry, with too much eagerness to get the body into the tomb, or beyond. There's meaning in every facet, revelation even in the daily and the mundane. We should ponder every word, envisioning the story as fully as we can. The execution of Jesus was a crime born of the streets, the barracks, the enclaves of the privileged, and the smoke-filled back rooms of religious and political power brokers. Its meaning lives in these places still. I'm grateful I was forced out into that world to find it.